So that's in a nutshell how RAG works in the simplest terms. And one of these features is retrieval augmented generation. Now, what it does in a nutshell is kind of like tricking the model, because you want to use the model to work on your own data or your own data structure. So you want to take, thousands of documents, millions of documents, maybe they're PDFs. Usually we see that a lot, or just Word documents, whatever it may be. And you want the model, whatever model it is, to basically answer questions on that data, right? Now, in order to do that, what we're doing is the process of embedding. And embedding basically takes for example, the PDF, and the embedding process turns it into the numerical representation that a large language model can understand. And then you run things like a similarity search. So you take like 1 million documents, they're all now embedded in the database. Maybe it's a PG vector on the platform. And then you have a question, and you run a similarity search between the question and those millions of vector results, right? And the things that are closest are going to be returned to you. And then you kind of, in a way, hack the actual chat, because you basically provide the prompt that basically gives the answer, and then you ask the question, and you tell the model, based on this information that I just retrieved from my vector store, answer this question. List of regulations for my insurance company, whatever it is, right? So I'm going to ask a question, am I allowed to procure this particular expense? And it's going to run this vector store on all of the environment. I split it, I chunk it, because I can't basically return hundreds of pages back to the model. I'm limited by the context size. I correct pages where that makes sense. So I save that to a vector store. And then when I ask the question, I just run in PG vector, it's just a similarity search query against a vector store. And you get back the relevant chunks. And then you say, well, this is the data. Now here's the question. Give me the answer based on that only. And do not use your world knowledge or whatever it may be to answer that model, right? So that's in a nutshell how RAG works in the simplest terms. And that works really, really great, unless your data is, if you have garbage in when you process the data, you're going to get garbage out.